If you're an entrepreneur or you're trying to create something or build something and you're not having that much success and you're considering quitting, I need you to hear this story. You know Chappell Roan, the very famous singer who came out with the song Pink Pony Club? Listen to this. When she was 17 years old, she was signed with her first big label, Atlantic Records, and she moved to Los Angeles. She came out with a bunch of music, but ultimately did not have much success. The record label wanted her to continue producing sad music, but she didn't want to. So in 2020, she came out with the song Pink Pony Club. It wasn't an instant hit and the record label dropped her. What did she do? She had to move back home with her parents in Missouri, and she worked in a drive-through coffee shop. Imagine signing at such a young age with a huge record company, moving to Los Angeles, being unsuccessful, and then having to move back home and work in a coffee shop. I think that many people at that point in their life would have given up and said that this wasn't for them. But Chappell Roan did not give up. Instead, she knew she was going to make it big. She knew she was going to be successful, and she continued to write music. Not only that, she doubled down. It made her work even harder. And in 2023, she independently released her first album, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, which ended up exploding on social media. In 2024, the song that was rejected by the big record label company and was not successful ended up becoming a major anthem and hit, Pink Pony Club, which everybody knows and loves. Why am I telling you this? I recently shared my entrepreneurship journey on social media and creating content, and it resonated with a lot of people, and they asked me to share more. I posted content for 15 months between 1 to 3 times a day without gaining much traction at all. Even when I didn't have many likes and even when I wasn't growing that big, I continued to do it because I knew that I had something to share that was valuable, and eventually, if I stuck with it long enough, that I would be successful. It's a big part of the game with creating content. People expect that they're going to post 1 to 2 pieces of content, and when they don't see any traction within a few weeks or a month, they give up. But most people aren't successful not because they didn't post good content, but because they didn't stay in the game for long enough. More than anything, this is about patience. Stop worrying about having the most perfectly curated content and if it's beautiful and if it's going to do well. And instead, just stop thinking about it and just create and post and create and post. And eventually, something's going to stick. And let me remind you that most of the people that are experts in the world, in whatever field it is that they are in, were not born experts. They became an expert by making mistakes over again and over again. And that is how they became an expert. So get out there and post content, make mistakes, post content, make more mistakes, post content. And I promise you that you are going to learn. And if you stick with it for long enough, you will be successful.